Hi, Dr. Krista here. Today I wanted to talk about excess weight. There is an epidemic going on of weight gain, right? Even the youth in our country are overweight, obese at younger and younger ages. So there's a lot going on that's contributing to that. And unfortunately, the pharmaceutical industry and the weight loss industries can really target all of us who are experiencing this as a way to profit, right? But these solutions, these weight loss medications, or even weight loss supplements, are not lasting in terms of they're not building your lifestyle to support a healthy physiology that's going to keep you lean and strong, right? A lot of these weight loss medications are actually depleting your muscle. And as soon as you go off of them, you probably are going to just gain that weight right back on. And it's even harder to put back on the muscle that they are getting rid of. So there's lots of things we can do for weight, but I know it can be really discouraging when you have seemingly tried everything and it doesn't work, or you do it for a while, but then it stops working, or it's just hard to be consistent because you have to be too restrictive. So any of this crazy dieting and counting calories and all of that is not sustainable in the long term. It's not a way to live. We want everything you do to be like brushing your teeth. It's just something you do every day. You don't really think about it. And counting calories or really weighing every food, that's just way too much thought and energy going towards your food, which can potentially make things worse if you're feeling stressed or anxious about it, because those hormones, stress hormones, are weight gaining hormones. So super important that we first figure out what are the right foods for you and which are not, because food can cause inflammation, which can cause you to gain weight. It can also cause things like bloating, right? So maybe you're just having excess gas, bloat, and weight as opposed to fat tissue. So food is really important, and healing your gut, because your gut is also where a lot of your hormones are made and metabolized. So for example, your thyroid hormones, you've probably heard, are responsible for a lot of your metabolism. So they get converted in the gut and the liver. So oftentimes your doctors aren't really checking whether they're being converted properly. And if they're not, the gut is generally responsible, or the liver. So we got to make sure we're doing everything to support your gut and liver so that they convert hormones correctly so your metabolism can work. Obviously, if you have something underlying, a hormonal issue, whether it be thyroid or maybe it's adrenal stress, right? Like I said, cortisol is one of your main adrenal hormones. Cortisol is a weight hold on to hormone. So a lot of people I find will try to exercise a lot or really keep their diet low calorically. And those two things can stress the body out more, which makes that cortisol hormone go up higher and your inflammation go up higher. And those two things can backfire, and you can either stay stagnant with your weight or even gain weight, even though you're trying really hard. So we got to make sure that all of your hormones are in balance. We also got to make sure that you're detoxing properly. And I don't mean a cleanse. I mean at a cellular level, clearing out the junk in your cells, because if there are toxins or chemicals or plastic particles in your cells and they're influencing your hormones, for example, plastics from drinking plastic water bottles, grabbing receipts, those things have xenoestrogens in them, which can impact your estrogen levels and actually increase them. And estrogen, it can also be a fat gaining hormone. So really important to take a look at your hormones. There are over 300 hormones in your body. So likely that's part of the cause of the weight gain, especially if you're someone who's in perimenopause or menopause. That's when a lot of your hormones are changing. So that can often be the culprit for having weight gain all of a sudden. But definitely keep in mind that inflammation and poor gut health can contribute as well. So those are some things to investigate symptom-wise and also through testing to really figure out if that could be part of the root cause for you. Maybe it's also environmental stress, things like heavy metals or mold that are causing inflammation in your body. Because remember, inflammation is heat and water together, which causes swelling and weight retention. So definitely some things to investigate if you're struggling with the weight loss piece and have tried a lot of different things.